What is happening, my lovelies? My metasites. Sorry, I've been up all last night. My brain is not quite at 100% full capacity because just been binging on videos. I was watching The Quartering this morning with a bearded guy. I forget what his name was, but he's all over the place. He's now on BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, and I realized something. I'm just gonna first of all share a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. Tell you all about this. This is what I've been missing out on. Okay. Hey, a little bit of pumpkin spice, a little bit of spicy pumpkin spice. It's not even the first of the month yet, but yeah, it tastes all right, I guess. I mean, whatever. It's from Silk. I have no idea if it's gonna last that long, but anyway, it's all right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I have to backtrack now, and I realized I got to make a bunch of videos because I realized that my view count is really super low. This is probably due to all the censorship on YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to be reaching out to anyone on this video or on this channel. So what I might decide to do, if anyone was going to try and follow me, I may have to start uploading the BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble. I'm going to try and do that. There's been a lot of craziness happening with Parliament. I don't know if you guys seen what has been happening with Canada, because I'm Canadian, okay? Hello. Anyway, so I'm trying my best to follow up with the big dogs, the big boys that are like now taking it to multiple platforms. And you know what? If I wasn't having a hard enough time on YouTube yet, oh man, I'm gonna need more coffee. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a little bit crazy. I was just trying to get into my element, but this is YouTube in 2022. I don't know if any of you boomers out there, the boomer generation, is like, whoa, what's he talking about? Well, back in the day, we used to have TV stations that, controlled everything you see on a screen. We had like 33 channels. Today, if you're a YouTuber, you have to compete with millions of channels. Yeah. And I'm not even up there yet, and I'm not even. It's like you gotta go big or go home. That's kind of how you have to do it. Sometimes people, they get lucky, and yeah, I was gonna try and report on the news. I have no idea if this mic is even working. I'm gonna probably have to upgrade soon. Yeah, but it gets difficult. Like there's people that continuously upload as much as twice a day, or as much as, this is going off the deep end. Like some people upload every hour, like 15 times a day. I don't know how they do that. They must be doing this like 8 or 10 hours a day at least. So I was trying to do quality or quantity, but if anybody is like a big fan of these guys that upload, no matter what it is that they upload, even if it's just like on the fly, it was just like poop, there's always going to be people who are going to follow them anyways, no matter what. I just say, you know what, keep it simple, stay crafty. I'm gonna try and teach people how they can start their YouTube channels on a budget. I think I talked about this last time. Okay, let me just dive right into this, shall we? Okay, $4 green screen. Okay, put this on your wall. You could, excuse me. You can use such apps on your phone like KineMaster or some other green screen apps. So you could use that, and then you can make a backdrop. Excuse me. Oh, I had hot dogs last night. Maybe I'll just share a couple links later, because there's people that have been um, breaking this down more simply than I could when it comes to these apps, apps and stuff. We as filmmakers back from 2010, we went old school. We used the Macintosh, the iMacs. That's what we had. We didn't have phones. We only had the iPhone 4, and now today, what are we up to right now? iPhone 14. Yeah, so the iPhone 14, that's a lot of improvement. That's a big leap from 10 years ago. 10 years from now, we probably won't even have phones at this rate. We'll probably just be like, God knows what we're gonna have in 10 years. Seeing the new Samsung Galaxy 3 watch that looks like, that watch you play from GoldenEye. James Bond, he had the watch that does everything else, including tell time, but everything else, like, I can't even keep up. Now there's all these platforms that are brand new. There's 10 YouTubes that exist. And people are thinking about, oh yeah, because these don't have everything on YouTube. Let's just put everything over there onto those platforms. And it's like, why not just leave Rumble as Rumble and YouTube as YouTube? I think what it is like YouTube has become a platform for babies. We need to keep these platforms, I think, separate, because, like, we don't need two YouTubes, okay? YouTube was good for its time, but I think this is that time in history when people should be, like, letting things die in the past. I mean, like Napster. Napster was pretty cool for its time back in the 2000 era, but I think YouTube is seeing its glory days, okay? And now it's become like a big playground full of, like, LGBTQ entertainment. There's a lot of censorship. I think YouTube is, I believe that YouTube is dying because of how every time I try to tell the truth on this platform, I've been censored. And the censorship can only get worse from here on out. And it's like, well, maybe that's just a sign that, YouTube is seeing its glory days, and, we need to move on to Rumble and Odyssey and BitChute. And I'm not saying that BitChute and Odyssey and Rumble are inferior. I just think that there's a difference. It's new. It's like Christopher Columbus. He went to the New World and he explored that. Everything was pristine and brand new. There's no pollution. YouTube is like, it's kind of like the old world. And we need to create a mass exodus into a better platform where we could share our ideas and we can have the freedom to say what it is that we really feel without having to be oppressed and censored.
We have been officially censored by YouTube. They took down one of our videos for misinformation. But why are big media organisations not censored for misinformation in the same way? Is it because YouTube are part of the mainstream media now?
Well, the CEO and all these other clowns, they look to them as like the figureheads, but behind the scenes there's artificial intelligence, there's all these people behind the scenes, committees, and there's a lot of things which people they take for granted. YouTube is going to be like around for 1,000 years, man. It's YouTube. Well, guess what? They just censored Russell Brand. They censored Russell, the guy who's got millions of subs and followers. So he's taken that to Rumble. Now he's going to be uploading on Rumble, and all these other big guys, these bigger, higher tier YouTubers, they're saying, yeah, you should go to BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble.
We have been officially censored by YouTube.
Yeah, so basically, this guy from the Quartering, he's talking about how things are changing really quickly, and how he's basically describing his daily or
So we could give
weekly
you hundreds of clips like that.
podcast rating
Ooh-wee.
system.
I don't know
He's
if you
used
were
to
watching last
having
night, but there
hundreds,
was
if not
potentially a
thousands, of
historic
followers on
moment
his
that happened
YouTube
between
channel,
three
in which now
individuals
many
on
people are
Twitter.
now starting the
That was
process
Russell
of
Brand, who had a video
moving
banned from YouTube,
away
and,
from
we'll move
YouTube
the beginning of that.
onto these other platforms such as
Dan
BitChute,
Bongino
Odyssey,
and
and Rumble. Those
Elon
are
Musk,
three of
and
probably
the
one of
CEO of
the
Rumble.
three major
Yeah, it
ones
was,
that
I guess,
people
four
are
people,
making the move to.
technically.
They're
But
making the move
the
away
conversation that was
from
had in public
YouTube because of all the
is a game
censorship. I
changer,
imagine
a
that's been
potential
happening.
game changer for
And that
alt tech,
and
new
that
tech,
Russell
I should
Brand,
say. Not
he's
alt
one of
tech.
those big
Now, we all know that
higher tier YouTubers that are
the kind of the beloved
basically they're fed up with it all.
new
They're
tech
fed up with the fact that
alternative is
YouTube
Rumble.
has
Okay, everyone's talking about how Rumble's amazing. It's gonna be
basically
great.
gone
It's
left. I don't know
fine.
what the
Okay,
politics
the search
of
features
YouTube
do
are,
not work
but
good,
I guess
and
if
I've
you
told
say
this directly to
anything
the
negative
CEO.
about
The
such
non-political,
issues like the
apolitical content
RNA
does not have much
jabs,
of an
which I
audience
can't
there
even
yet.
talk about
That's about
on
to
this
change.
platform,
So,
platform,
if you look at my videos on Rumble, by
even
the
though
way,
I've already talked
even though
about
I
it
have
a dozen,
79,000
dozens of
followers
times
there,
already, so that
most of my
means
videos
that
get 200 to 300 views. That's it.
YouTubers like
Nobody's
myself who are
searching for
honest, that are not
stuff about,
here just for
you know,
likes and
rings of
attention.
power on Rumble.
If you have
For
something
the most
political to
part,
say, if you
it's,
actually have something really
political stuff.
important
Now
that
that isn't what
you
Rumble set out to
need to
want.
say to the viewer,
It's
like
not
if you
that
have to
they've
warn them about something which goes against the
that
narrative,
out.
because
It's just the truth.
like what
70,000
we were
subscribers
seeing
were
before in
people that were,
history
like,
when
Solidarity
okay,
subscribed.
let's recap.
Clearly they're not
Mainstream
watching my
media is
videos
bought
on
and
Rumble.
paid for
If I look
by
at,
90%
for example,
of six major
if I look at my
corporations.
BitChute,
Six
for
major
example,
corporations control 90%
you know,
of what we
this
see
is
on TV.
one of the websites
People
that
like
continually
my grandmother,
seems
for
to
example, who
ignored.
doesn't know that fact.
You know, BitChute, for example,
They take
I
it for
have
granted that everything that they
49,000
see on
subscribers
TV
there.
is true.
But,
Most
I
people
had
nowadays
2,500
who have a
viewers
brain,
on this,
okay,
2,500
they're
views on
taking
this
it now
video
to
that I
social
uploaded an
media,
hour ago.
where the information that
1,700
we
views,
see,
1,100,
yeah, there might be a little
it's very
tiny
common for me to
bit of
get 2,000 to
disinformation
3,000
and mixed
views per
messages,
video
but
on
for the most
BitChute.
part, people are trying to be
Absolutely love the
outspoken
platform.
and share
Honestly,
their
also really enjoy the
their
platform. But for
their,
my particular content,
opinions,
it's
and
still better than
now
Rumble,
YouTube is actually
it's
seeking
not-
to control that. YouTube used to be a powerful tool of expression, and now that we can't have the freedom to share certain information, even if it's, you know, not very popular, like saying, for example, that, you know, the RNA jabs might be dangerous. I don't know, because that's just one example, but I mean, this is why a lot of people have been now censored as a result. Even Russell Brand, he's even come out openly and he's stated that, yeah, I mean, his opinions are now got him into trouble, and now he's going to move to BitChute, basically, or Rumble, or Odyssey. Maybe it's probably better that I'm not such a big YouTuber, that I don't really necessarily care so much about likes, but this is what other people are doing for their livelihoods. When you get up to a certain tier level, that becomes your whole life. You have to try to keep on, you know, going with the shelling out content, and then they're talking about selling merch. You know, you got to sell the t-shirts, sell the coffee. That's unfortunate, but that's just the truth. A lot of the truth is getting suppressed, and that's why there's like a massive exodus happening from YouTube going on to these other platforms because of all the censorship. And now Russell Brand and all these other big top tier cats are now censored. I hope that makes sense. I hope that made sense to all you guys, to try to break it down. And all the censorship that's been happening lately, that's what's happened to me. That's what's happened to me, and that's probably what's going to happen to everybody if we don't take a stand, and we take a stand and share and voice our opinions before they get silenced, just like that.